Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. We are currently looking at the continental United States geocaller imagery from Monday the 22nd, yesterday. And I bet you can't guess where this next round of storms is going to pop off. Here we got all this flow coming up into Texas here. I mean, see to look at it. This is mostly all plains. All plains. We had a little swirl here. You can see the force push some of this moisture off the Gulf. And then what I noticed this yesterday. I think I got it loaded so we can take it, look at it in motion here. You see these roll clouds right here. You had them going all over the place. There was some in the center of this low too that pushed this last round through. Anyways, let's move on. Just a quick review. Here's yesterday's NEXRAD imagery, or the day before into yesterday. We got the nightly ionization cycle, and then the space fence interference, right where. And then here's last night's nightly ionization cycle, and we do have a little space fence interference this morning too. So what else? I wanted to take a look at this low. This is New Jersey right here. Look at these wavy clouds here. This is the mid-level water vapor imagery. And just like always, coming up through Mexico, Texas, seeded the piss out of it. I wanted to show that the roll clouds. I hope it's loaded. Yeah, right here. See them? I mean, that's just horrid. See them roll down. Sorry, it's skipping a lot of frames because I had to go back. Well, that ain't loaded either. Let's go over here. We'll take a look at the flooded areas. We have 277 locations showing signs of flooding, 33 major flooding areas. And these same areas. This morning, Cumberland, Maryland, they already got started on the sky. The sky's wretched. Looks horrid. Take a closer look at this. I wish they had it on the RAM slider yesterday. And then we'll see the storm pop off right over here. And you'll see the lines all through that too. Yep. See the frequency lines. So what else do we want to take a look at? That's your geocaller from yesterday. Oh, I was talking about, here, let's go to Google Earth. I was talking about in Norman, Oklahoma, where there was a bunch of NEXRADs. Well, I believe this is where the National Weather Service research area or school is, or whatever. But here's an NEXRAD. Here is one of the new multifunctional phased array units. Right? Eventually, all these are going to be replaced with this, and all the FAA's whatever, the FAA's NEXRADs too. Look, here's a little baby NEXRAD. Here's a NEXRAD, some kind of antenna. Look at that lovely sky. Square up here, so we know where we're looking at. But this is just a prime area for some NEXRADs. A bunch of them. Yeah, National Weather Service Radar Operations Center. So we had 3 or 4 just right here. And you zoom out a little bit. It would be loading slow. There's one just to the northeast here in Oklahoma City. And I believe there's one up here somewhere too. But I just wanted to show you them 4 there. Now, what else did I want to show you? I don't know why Google Earth is being all slow. Oh, we know where these storms always blow up, right? Well, first off, I'm going to show you. This is all the cloud seeding operations. Known cloud seeding operations. These little red ones are all ground-based. And then the clouds are aerial-based by airplanes. Okay, so you got, these are all the registered ones. Okay. What else do we got? Oh, I always like talking about the wind farms, because right here in that same area, and then your next rat, all the next rats are right here. But as a cold front moves over these large area wind farms, what it does is every 3 turns of a wind turbine blade, when one crosses the bottom cross beam and the 2 pointing up will discharge into the sky. So when you have a cold front running over them, they are the cold, like cold dry air. It's already got kind of a static charge to it, but these wind farms give it an extra kick and help ionize the sky. And then you got all your cloud seeders just to the west, and they run down here into Mexico and up, basically all along rocky ridges. And then always like this article here called The Devil's Bargain. We already have planet technology, cooling technology problem it's killing us. And in this, they talk about sulfate aerosols from burning coal can make clouds grow bigger and rainstorms stronger. There's documented evidence that thunderstorms in China vary on a weekly cycle in tune with factory schedules. Well, you know what? When I look at my local weather forecast, it's pretty much during certain times of the year right on schedule. Up here in the Northeast, we can expect rain by the weekend. Yeah, and where's this storm going to blow up? Well, as usual, right there in Texas, and move right along just like the last one, because you get the same thing here, time after time after time after time. Here's all your coal fire plants. And all these other power plants and refineries also do have wet surface air coolers, right? Like right here's a refinery, the largest one in the United States. And it is loaded with cooling towers and wet surface air coolers. This is a Saudi-owned company. And then right down here, I've seen a motherload of wet surface air coolers. Where are they at? Oh, right here. Look at this. And cooling towers. And some rainmakers there. Alright. Some more right there. And then over here, I don't know if you ever seen the NASA machine, the rocket booster tester, or whatever the hell it is. But it can produce rain. I believe this is it right here. I'm not sure. There was also one up here in Alabama, around Huntsville. And then I'm always talking about the space fence, okay? We got these 2 paved pulse units, both at Air Force bases. Here's one in Georgia. If I can find it, where'd it go? I know it was out in the field by itself. I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. This is your paved pulse. 3 to 5 gigawatts of power. That's as powerful as HAARP. A little more powerful. Now, I was also informed that down here at England Air Force Base, they practice electromagnetic warfare. And I was told to take a peek around here in this triangle. I guess that's where they practice it, right here. But, here's another paved pulse unit. Massive. And then also, where are we at? Right here. Here is a sonar barge. See the little Nexrad there? Or, it's not an Nexrad, but similar device. Now there's 12 of these. They dispatch from somewhere in Jacksonville and right here, and they go out into the Gulf. So there's 12 of these out in the Gulf, and they have to be controlled remotely because no one can be within 2 miles of one of these, or you're going to get fried. I just want to make a quick review for this morning forecast. I mean, you should know what's coming. It's the same thing. Plains, rain, and wind. You might get a nice day or two. Repeat. Plains, rain, wind. So usually it blows up there and coming off the Rockies, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and heads for us towards the east. Here is a book, if you haven't read it yet, Under an Ionized Sky, from Chemtrails to Space Fence Lockdown. Now, if you want to better understand what I'm talking about, the space fence and all that, you have these paved pause units, Super Darn, Nexrad, Gwen Towers, and all these systems, and then barges are all part of, I think it's called the ECM, and they all work together. And I believe 5G is going to tie all this together, and even your wind farms are below this. And you know, these are all working in conjunction to control the weather. So anyways, that's just a quick port video for this morning. Be careful, and we'll check back in at a later